Me? I'm auditioning for the part of Mr. Clutch.
Redick,
I'm auditioning for...
J.J. Redick on hand, the all-time leading scorer in ACC history. He's hearing it from the New Yorkers. Maybe that's a tribute to him. As great as his career was at Duke, and you look at the resume, you can't argue. One of the great shooters in NCAA history, and certainly can go NBA three-point range. Also on that resume, the DUI a couple of weeks ago. There's also concerns about his back. Will that scare off any teams? Mark Jones standing by with J.J. Redick. Mark?
JJ, been a rough little while for you. Some of the team doctors have expressed concerns over your back. What is the state of your back?
Well, I've taken a few weeks off. I've been pain-free now for 2 weeks. I'm going to start working out next week. There's no indication that I'll need any type of surgery, and I should be able to do summer league and play USA basketball this summer.
How have you dealt with the legal issue of the DUI?
Well, I've hired a lawyer, and legally there's not a whole lot I can do right now. I'm just letting my lawyer handle that.
During the course of the regular season, you and one of your best friends in college basketball, Adam Morrison, played a lot of online video games, Halo. Who's better, honestly, now?
Adam's a lot better at Halo, I'll be honest. He's a higher level and everything. He plays religiously. I just try to get on every now and again.
All right, JJ, good luck tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
Stu, over to you.
All right, well, Adam beat J.J.
Orlando is on the clock. Is this where J.J. Redick is headed to? Or maybe somebody else? Sitting in the green room, we have as many as 20 potential first-round picks. J.J. Redick, will his name be called by the Orlando Magic? Our experts think that could be a great pick. Ronnie Brewer, talented guard out of Arkansas, following his dad to the pros.
can you see the real me?
The Orlando Magic on the clock. They picked an international player last year. #1 pick, Fran Vasquez, stayed overseas. The Orlando Magic on the clock. Let's welcome back to the commissioner. And the 11th pick overall in the 2006 draft, belonging to the Orlando Magic. Could it be Brewer? Could it be Redick?
With the 11th pick in the 2006 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select J.J. Redick from Duke University.
All-time leading scorer, ACC history. Great range, NBA range. One of the greatest shooters in NCAA history. Ronnie Brewer can only look on and applaud as J.J. Redick putting on the Orlando Magic hat. He may feel like he's going to Disney World. Let's go to Dick Vitale. Dick, you saw a lot of those Duke games this year. Your thought of Redick going to Orlando, and how does he fit?
Well, Dan, right now, if I'm Jameer Nelson and I'm Dwight Howard, I got to be on cloud nine. I salute Otis Smith and Brian Hill making that choice. I think a terrific choice. Last year, I think they spent too much time talking to Mickey Mouse and Goofy and Donald Duck when they took Vasquez over guys like Sean May and Danny Granger. But they made a great choice. J.J. Redick can play in that league. He dominated on a collegiate level for 4 years against a lot of guys that are playing in the NBA. We have a tendency to look at this kid, find all his warts. Bottom line is, he can play. And let me say this, in 28 years on ESPN, Dan, I have never seen a player take the abuse that he has taken on the road, and he always responded. Bottom line is, ask the Gary Williams, the Skip Prossers, the Roy Williams, all the coaches that had to prepare against him. And remember this, in the NBA, he's not going to face double and triple teams and all the kinds of special defenses. A salute to Orlando. And JJ, you better get me some free tickets, baby, after all the publicity I gave you.
Thank you, Dick. You look at the resume of J.J. Redick, the all-time leading scorer in ACC history. Last time 2 Duke players drafted in the lottery, 2002, Jay Williams and Mike Dunleavy. Guys, let's look at, is this the perfect fit for J.J. Redick? We had talked about Houston as a possibility. Now it's Orlando, Jay.
It's a good fit because he's playing with the guy that commands double teams, and that's Dwight Howard. So he can be a guy that gets the ball on the perimeter out of a double team and can knock down shots. And, I think people are going to say, well, wait a minute, what about back back in '99 when Trajan Langdon got drafted. I think it was number 11 going to Cleveland. People liking maybe he's another Trajan Langdon. I don't think so. I think he's a little bit better of an athlete. He's got a quicker trigger on that shot. He's not a great athlete, not a great defender, but this kid can absolutely shoot it. And with the way the games are being called now, and you guys would know this better than I would, I think he's a better pick this year than he would have been several years ago.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And I think he's a solid player. It's a little interesting for me because actually I don't think Dwight Howard, as great as he is quite at the level where he commands a double team yet. They don't feature that kind of player. And remember who he's going to be playing with, Jameer Nelson. So you don't have a lot of athleticism in that backcourt, nor an ability to defend. However, you do have the great shot blocking of Dwight Howard. And again, I am a big J.J. Redick fan. I think the guy can flat out shoot the basketball. He can score the basketball. You don't score 27 a game at the collegiate level against the competition he played against unless you can play the game of basketball.
I absolutely love this pick. Make no mistake about it, because I think Dwight Howard is getting better and better with each passing season. And when you look at the development of Jameer Nelson, how he continues to improve as well, how he has the ability to feed open guard and penetrate into the teeth of a defense and hit the open man, I think Dwight Howard will attract double teams. I think Jameer Nelson is going to create havoc himself, and I think that's going to lead to open shots. And we all have seen what J.J. Redick can do when he's open. I love this pick. I love it.
A starter?
Yeah, I think he'll be a starter because he's got that special skill. I mean, he can absolutely shoot it. His athleticism, I still think a question mark, but he can absolutely shoot the ball, and he plays with poise.
Stuart Scott standing by with the all-time leading scorer in ACC history, J.J. Redick. Stuart?
He's got one of the prettiest shooting strokes we've seen in college basketball in years, but Dickie V touched on it, J.J. Redick. You're always a target of criticism, whether it's for your back, whether it's for the DUI you got. What do you do to repair your image in the court of public opinion?
Well, first of all, the incident was an isolated incident, and I have to be clean from here on out. I understand that, and I'm going to do some community service, whether the court tells me to or not. So I'm looking forward to all of that.
What do you see in the Orlando Magic that makes you think you can fit in there? Nice.
Well, they have great young players. Jameer Nelson and Dwight Howard are two that come to mind right away, and I'm excited about playing with those guys.
Everybody knows about the Duke-North Carolina rivalry, one of the biggest rivalries in any sport. Carolina coach Roy Williams said of you, I don't know of anybody I have admired or respected more than J.J. Redick. What did you think when you heard that?
Well, it's a huge compliment coming from him. He's a great coach, and he's a Carolina guy. I don't think you've ever complimented me. So,
a little bit.
But it was great, and I have much respect for him and the Carolina program.
All right, Dan, we keep talking. He's the #1 scorer in ACC history. Think about this. Michael Jordan, Christian Laettner, David Thompson, Lynn Bias, Ralph Sampson, and none of those guys scored more points in the ACC than J.J. Redick.
Thank you, Stuart. And he improved his game every single year in his 4 years at Duke. New Orleans